It is my pleasure to welcome all of you, and most particularly the members of the class of 2017, to this baccalaureate service. Tonight's service is for seniors and led by seniors. We will hear from athletes, musicians, and actors, from future teachers, therapists, news reporters, future international finance leaders, and social entrepreneurs. We will hear from idealists and pragmatists, debaters, activists, and lovers of peace. We will hear from Jewish students and Christian students, atheists and humanists, all of them practitioners of service with great potential for future leadership. The theme for tonight's service is Do Justice, Love Kindness, and Walk Humbly. And we gather on this eve of commencement to celebrate the love of family and friends, to reflect on just how far we've journeyed in 4 years. We gather tonight to be challenged at this particular time in the history of our nation with a vision of shared discourse and unity of purpose across the boundaries of race and politics and religion, to ponder what it truly means to love one another and to work for justice for all in this world.
I will be reading from Micah chapter 6, verses 6 to 8. With what shall I come before the Lord and bow myself before God on high? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves a year old? Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams, with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He has told you, O mortal, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justice, and to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arielle Davis Robinson, and I'm a senior psychology major. And I'll be sharing with you how my experiences here at Elizabethtown College have taught me to love family and friends. Being here in this space has helped me to open my heart to many people and learn about and love them unconditionally. Without the eclectic population at E-Town, I would not have had the opportunity to meet a large array of unique individuals. I believe it is essential to have a strong support system of family and friends because life is challenging and getting through it alone is very difficult. In my experience, it has taken a village of people to raise me, and without their love, I would not be where I am today. I've learned from my experiences at Elizabethtown College that family is not just biological. It is someone you have made a connection with that will last a lifetime, even when you hit a rough patch or you don't have daily contact with them. Take Noir, for example, which, for those of you who don't know, is the diversity student union on campus, which was founded by my Aunt Rachel, who graduated from Elizabethtown in 2006. I have had the honor of serving as its president for the last 3 years, and I'm grateful that I could watch it grow in both size and outreach. Excuse me. The goal of Noir has always been to promote inclusivity, social justice, and expose individuals to worldviews that differ from their own. That group of amazing people shares a bond so close because of the time invested in each other and the work we accomplished together. And that bond will remain intact long after each of us have graduated. And it's just one part of why I love my E-Town family with all my heart. My roommates, my mentees, my professors and staff, and everyone who I've connected with since day one. The love of our family and friends is crucial to the growth of us as individuals and to the group because it keeps us together through any adversity we may face. I ask that each of you reflect on where you would be today if it weren't for that love and support from your family and friends that helped you get through life. And tonight I say congratulations to the class of 2017, and remember that you have made it this far by helping and loving each other. And as Andrea Garney said, you have paid your dues. Now go out there and do something remarkable. Thank you.
Good evening. So to my fellow graduates, our families, and our adored friends, I stand here before you aware of the similarities that we all share. I know that you, like myself, are probably feeling the same things that I am: pride, accomplishment, closure, regret, and a hopeful outlook on the future, as well as a bit of anxiety over this thing that we've been referring to as adulting. But I feel like that's something I don't need to elaborate on. Instead, I want to share something personal, something that's helped shape my college career as well as my overall outlook on life. You see, I've always had this tendency to assume that change, when it happens, can only be for the worst. And over these last 4 years, I've come to realize that isn't quite true. It seems that whatever is out there waiting for me, while it may be difficulty, failure, or loss, may also have a flip side of growth and development. During my sophomore year, I lost two of the people closest to me, my father and my best friend. And while these two precious people will never ever be replaced, I still miss them very much every day in different ways, as I'm sure many of you who have lost loved ones feel as well. But whether we're separated by death or merely by distance, I know that they're still with me because I keep them in my heart. And now, looking back on it, I can say that losing my father gave me a renewed sense of purpose and a reason to continue through college. It's part of the reason that I'm here with you all today. And having my best friend transfer and leave E-Town brought 6 irreplaceable lifelong friends into my life, as well as many countless others. With moving on into the real world and leaving this place that we've been calling home for the past 4 years, we should be reminded not only of the positives of change, but also that if you believe in yourself, even when the odds seem stacked against you, anything is possible. Both are lessons that we've learned here at E-Town, and if you haven't, I at least have. So no matter where you go, and no matter where life takes you, big cities, small towns, just remember that although you may come across small minds, people who think that they're better than you, or think that material things or being pretty or popular automatically makes you a worthwhile human being, remember that none of those things matter unless you have a strength of character, integrity, sense of self, a strong sense of pride. And in the same vein, when you meet somebody for the first time, please don't judge them by their station on life, because you never know, that person might end up just being your best friend. In closing, I want to remind you to remember each other on the road ahead. Remember the good times and some of the not so good times, because the truth is, in time, that's all we're going to be to each other. Just a population of memories, some wonderful and endearing, and some less so. But when they're taken together, these memories help make us who we are, who we were, and who we will be. So I hope that no matter where your travels lead you, and no matter how many things around you change, you'll always take E-Town and all of its lessons with you. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Irene Snyder. I'm a senior, well, we're all seniors, but mass communication, sociology, anthropology, double major here at E-Town. So personally, my faith has always been the foundation for my life. I grew up in a household where we went to church every single Sunday. But even outside of church and during my time here at E-Town, I've learned the importance of having true faith and trusting in God. That even when things seem dark, there's always a light somewhere. We have to trust that there's a plan greater than all of us that we can't even begin to comprehend. In high school, I didn't see myself as a broadcast news reporter, which is the career that I now plan to pursue, or majoring in sociology, anthropology, which I ended up doing as well. But long story short, I ended up here. And although there were challenges along the road, I wouldn't have had it any other way. There's a plan for everything. That also goes along with the idea of having hope. When you're unsure of the future, or you're doubting yourself, or if you don't know what you'll be doing after graduation, have hope in this greater plan. Another value that I hold in life, in addition to faith and hope, is love kindness. And this doesn't necessarily mean love in the romantic sense, but rather that we should love and care for everyone, regardless of their background or beliefs. It involves devoting one's life toward the service and betterment of others. Through the guidance of mentors and all my other experience at E-Town, I've discovered that career-wise, what I want to do in my life is to be a news reporter. And that's not because I want my face on TV, but because I want to hear people's stories and to be a part of sharing those stories with others through the news medium. And that's what I believe my mission in life is. If we devote our time and energy toward this notion of love kindness, while also having faith and hope, I believe that we'll lead truly successful lives, regardless of the money we make or the position we hold. A close mentor of mine here at E-Town, Dr. Kaz, sent a card to me when I was in our Simple Living first year seminar, and written inside that card was a quote by Abraham Lincoln that said, "Whatever you are, be a good one." I'd like to thank Dr. Kaz for teaching me what it truly means to live a life of kindness and service to others, as well as my communications advisor, Dr. Kirsten Johnson, for encouraging me to be a news reporter and to pursue my goal and my purpose in life. And last, but certainly not least, my parents for their lifelong support and for teaching me to always remain strong in my faith. Each one of us in the class of 2017 is achieving this milestone in our lives, in part due to the love of family, as well as the support of wonderful faculty and staff mentors. Let's take a moment and give a round of applause to all of our family and mentors. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. When I think about the time we shared at Elizabethtown College, my mind creates a visual graph. As a disclaimer, I am an OT major, certainly not a math major, and nor will I ever claim to understand math as well as I should. But I have come to realize that I'm picturing the college process in a parabola or a U shape. For those of you who are probably tuning out at this moment due to your scarring memories of calculus class, I ask for your patience, as I promise that was my last mention of anything math-related. The first part of the curve represents our first few days or even semesters at Elizabethtown. For many of us, our primary college objectives were pretty simple: meet our roommates, impress our peers, sign up for all the right clubs, and make friends. It was a time where we focused on the similarities and differences. For many of us, we spent much of our early days at college finding our niche. It was a way of testing out the waters, figuring out what pathways will support your clear future and ideals you have in mind. In the beginning, we might have thought of college as being a small part of our life checklist, where in the end we get that incredible job. Little did we know how much of an impact these 4 years would make. But after some time, the drop eventually happens in our U. We realize that our initial friend group may not be the best fit for us, or perhaps we took a few classes in our majors, only discovered that we aren't succeeding in them, or perhaps we don't even like our majors at all. Our beliefs may have been challenged, and we may have started to see the flaws within our own political ideologies. We may have even found that our faith, which was of utmost importance to meaning in our life, was not as influential as it once was. I believe we have all experienced that drop, that moment where we begin to understand that maybe we don't really understand anything at all. But after hitting our lowest point on the college journey, we begin to pave that upward path towards reconciliation. You begin to accept that your drop has caused you to think harder, see a new perspective, believe, and perhaps change or further confirm your course of action. Maybe we won't be working that job with the huge paycheck that we had originally planned for, but I'm sure that I speak for all of us when I say that we have discovered a few topics that really engage our inner passion. We have reached the end of our parabola here at Elizabethtown College, and though our educational journey was surely not perfect, through it we have acquired an acceptance of who we are and where our passions may lead us forward. We have found those issues that really excite us, whether that be causes of social justice or how to live in meaningful humility. And we have also realized a little bit more about ourselves through friendships, through coursework, and through fellow teammates. And I am rather certain that as we move forward and take all of our challenges and changes with us, our parabolas will only continue to grow from here. Thank you.
Friends, family, faculty, and the entire class of 2017, I want to tell you about the most terrifying moment of my life. May 4th, 2015. Finals were quickly approaching and my stress level was through the roof. My motivation was quickly dropping, and sophomore slump was an understatement. My two best friends and I decided to spend the afternoon outside studying to motivate ourselves. As music majors, it's a very rare occurrence for us to leave the basement of Zug, so I was excited. We settled underneath the tree just outside the library, the pink one that when it blooms, I can feel my heart burst from the sheer joy of spring's arrival. You're probably wondering how this scene is the stage of the most terrifying moment of my life. I'm positive that in that moment, I had no inkling that's what it would become. The three of us spent hours under that tree, to the point we couldn't focus on our work anymore. It was decided we would take a break. For them, it meant napping in the sun. And for me, it meant sitting under the tree, people watching. Out of nowhere, I had this thought. You could get up and leave, and they wouldn't notice. They wouldn't even miss you. As quickly as that thought came on, it was replaced by another. Of course they'd miss you. It's not acceptable to just disappear anymore. These people will miss you. That right there, that was the most terrifying moment of my life. The realization these people cared about me, might even miss me when I wasn't around. I was hit with this sudden and incredible responsibility. To know I'd be disappointing them by disappearing was a weight I could not bear. Because I already knew I loved these people. I already knew I would miss them when they left and would worry when they were gone. But this was the first moment when I realized they might just feel the same way about me. In that moment, it was scarier to have people that care about me than to have nobody at all. And that day, I figured out I owe it to the people who love me to not disappear, not just physically, but emotionally. And because of this newfound motivation to stick around and be loved, I've spent the next few years learning how to love myself too. That's the message I want to share with you, my classmates, as we go out into the world. Please do not be afraid to love and be loved in return. These moments, the one in which you trust someone with a piece of your heart, will be some of the most frightening you ever experience. But they will also be some of the most rewarding. I've given away many pieces of my heart since that day, and it does not get easier. The underlying fear is and always will be valid. But to push past that fear, that's courage. To allow others to care for you, that's bravery. And to look at your people and decide no matter how hard it gets, you are not leaving, that's love. Thank you.
If we have learned anything over the last year, it is probably an acute sense of our differences. It is probably cliche to note that we all come from different backgrounds, we speak different languages, we have different religions, different colors of skin, and we have different ways of expressing how and who we love. Despite these differences, one similarity we all share is that we are all graduating tomorrow morning from Elizabethtown College, and that gives us one basic point of connection. Recognizing and learning about our diverse backgrounds, interests, experiences, and passions was one of the most important opportunities provided over our 4 years, whether or not you took advantage of it. Perhaps you studied abroad, attended multicultural programming, or just took core classes with people you didn't know. I hope you met someone or learned something new that challenged you and took you out of your comfort zone. Tomorrow, we leave a small community and enter a broad, diverse world. No matter where we end up, we will meet people who have unique perspectives and experiences in the world that differ than we do. These diverse perspectives and experiences bring beauty and strength in the face of the world's challenges. If there is one thing to take from this experience other than our degree, which I think many of us will take with us, whether we like it or not, in the form of monthly payments to the US government, we must remember that those differences are a gift and have the ability to make our world a vibrant, peaceful, and whole place where together we solve problems, support each other, learn, laugh, and grow. These experiences are not always obvious, so we must actively seek and accept the chance to challenge ourselves and our beliefs in our time after Elizabethtown. If I could leave a challenge for everyone, students and parents, faculty, it would be to seek out people who differ from you, listen to them, and learn about their experiences in the world. Try different foods, travel to different countries, speak out, and create space for diverse people to use their voices. We are all graduating from Elizabethtown College, and because of this privilege, we have the opportunity, and more importantly, the responsibility to make just, caring, and supportive environments wherever we go. And welcoming diversity is one of the most basic steps in creating such environments. Thank you.
hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you to where you want to go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closes, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who loved you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. But more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish.
Good evening, folks. My name is Kevin Gorenberg, and I've had the pleasure of serving as the president of the Elizabethtown College Hillel for the past 3 years, and I'll be sharing with you tonight a passage from the Talmud. Be wise, not only in words, but in deeds. Mere knowledge is not the goal, but action. Know the God of your fathers and serve him by your deeds. Let not your wisdom exceed your deeds, lest you be like a tree with many branches but few roots. If the thoughts of your heart be pure, it is likely that so will be the works of your hand. Accustom yourself to do good. Before long, it will become your chief delight. One good deed leads to another, as every evil deed leads to more wrongdoing. If others do good through you, their deeds will be accounted to you as your own. Though it is not incumbent upon you to complete the work, you are not free from doing all that you possibly can. Judge a man by his deeds, and you will be not led to false judgment. Say little and do much, for by your deeds shall you be judged. If you are wise and rich, let your good deeds reveal your wisdom and your wealth. Honor a man for what he is, but honor him more for what he does. Honor a man not for his possessions alone, but honor him most for the use he makes of them. When a man departs this world, neither silver nor gold nor precious stones accompany him. He is remembered only for his love of learning and his good deeds. Happy is the man who is rich in good deeds, for he shall be honored in life and remembered long afterwards for his goodness. Thank you.
Good evening, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2017. Over the past 4 years, we've all taken different paths to get to this final destination, graduation. We've all taken different experiences, made fascinating stories, amazing friendships, and unforgettable memories. We were able to make it through the challenging times, celebrate the triumphs, and I'll be the first to admit, survive the few stress-induced crying sessions. We've all worked hard these last 4 years, and I commend each and every one of you for making it to this momentous moment. Elizabethtown College has a special place in our hearts. During our time here, we have learned the importance of kindness and the influence it can have on the others around us. Whether it be something as simple as holding a door for someone we do not know or going on a service trip with the school, Elizabethtown College has given us the tools to become extraordinary people. Kindness is a trait that everyone knows about, but Elizabethtown College students are some of the most giving students I have met. In today's society, people underestimate the power of kindness and how the smallest things can make a huge impact on another's life. I just want to share a quick personal story with you all. During my sophomore year, I was required to do a community service project for one of my classes, which involved working with the elderly population. Although I'm close with my grandmother, I was a bit hesitant working so closely with this elderly stranger. Now, over a year and a half later, I continue volunteering with my resident, visiting her weekly, as we talk about the simplest of things, as what I will be cooking for dinner, to the complex saga of my love life. Even with a busy schedule, I always try to visit her because it might seem like an hour out of my day to visit a 95-year-old woman, but to her it means the world. Although not everyone has had the same experience, I know that Elizabethtown has impacted each and every one of you to become a more caring person. Small acts of kindness are never unseen, and although they seem as if they feel they are being unnoticed, they are always impacting others positively. As we prepare to leave the nest and spread our wings, I know that everyone here will be able to change the world one small act of kindness at a time. I'm so grateful that I was a part of the Elizabethtown College community, as it has given me the opportunity to learn how powerful small acts of kindness truly are. Congratulations, class of 2017. I wish you the best of luck in the future, and I know that you will all do something big in your future to impact the world and make it a kinder place. Thank you.
Good morning. Just making sure you're awake. So I just wanted to share with everyone the reason why I'm here at Elizabethtown College today. So here we go. Walking with God and following his teachings and talking to him daily helps me to strive for a more fulfilling and less volatile existence. He helps me realize my shortcomings in a way that's healthy and doesn't lead me to be discouraged, but rather to aim for more. Knowing him gives me a reason to work hard to become all he has planned for me. At the age of 10, I had no idea what the purpose of my life would be, like most 10-year-olds. And it was at this age that I began to struggle with chronic pain, which I still cope through today. My pastor at the time counseled me through my pain by reading the book of Job with me. The story of Job showed me for the first time that sometimes there's a reason for our hardships. This gave me the motivation to work to regain functional mobility and find ways to cope through the pain rather than feeling sorry for myself. I began an outpatient intensive rehabilitation program at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, which my parents had been encouraging me to start for months. But it wasn't until reading Job that the strength and motivation to push myself to find a way to regain function emerged. This program was the hardest thing I've ever done, and I wanted to quit at least 18 times a day. But there was a voice in my head telling me that it had big plans for me and to push through the pain. I did push through and was discharged, able to tolerate taking a shower, walk, and run again, which is one of the biggest achievements in my life. I know I never would have been able to do it without God walking me through it. The treatment helped me regain my functional abilities, but I was still in intense pain. While at CHOP, God put me in touch with amazing therapists and friends who convinced me to pursue a career in occupational therapy. And here I am, 5 years later, graduating with my bachelor's in health and occupation. By having the experience of being a patient with a severe disability, I can relate to my patients on a deep level, which helps me to serve them better. I never would be here today if I didn't have chronic pain or if God didn't walk me through that experience. His strength has become my strength, and he has surrounded me with people who believe in me. My pain has played a huge role in forming my future as an occupational therapist, and for that I'm grateful. The Lord's grace has saved me and given me purpose in life. My pain has given me a deeper relationship with my Lord and Savior, who at times was the only one I could turn to with my suffering. I know my suffering doesn't come anywhere close to Job's, but his story has inspired me to become a disciple of Christ and not allow my suffering to tear me away from his love. And the motto, Educate for Service, is why I chose Elizabethtown College as the perfect school to educate me in occupational therapy. Thank you.
Mothers and fathers of Elizabethtown, I would like to begin by apologizing to you. While you may have thought that you sent us to Elizabethtown College to prepare us to enter the workforce, we came here for something else entirely. We came to Elizabethtown College not to learn about what we want to be when we grow up, but rather to learn about who we want to be today. We thought we were coming here to learn how to be engineers, teachers, or a variety of other professions, but we learned that there are more important things in life than getting a job and making money. Elizabethtown taught us the importance of serving others. Educate for service is a phrase that has been repeated to us since the time we were freshmen. When we first heard this phrase, we did not know just how important these words would become to us or what exactly they meant. We assumed that this phrase meant we would go get jobs and help others by doing our jobs. We wanted to help others and make a difference in the world. We soon realized it would be a little bit more complicated than this. Changing the world can be a daunting task that many people spend a lifetime trying to achieve with no success. This is because many people do not realize that the only thing they can change is themselves. An unknown person once said, "When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found it was difficult to change the world, so I tried to change my nation. When I found I couldn't change the nation, I began to focus on my town. I couldn't change the town, and as an older man, I tried to change my family. Now as an old man, I realized the only thing I can change is myself. And suddenly I realized that if long ago I had changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. Their impact could have changed the nation, and I indeed could have changed the world." Elizabethtown College has given us the tools to change ourselves, but it's up to us to use them to serve others and to change the world. Tomorrow you will wake up on campus for the last time before entering the real world, and you'll have a decision to make. Who do I want to be today? You will ask yourself. How you answer that question tomorrow and each day after that will have the potential to change the world around you. Mothers and fathers, I promise we will go get jobs and pay off our student loans, but that is not the only reason we chose to attend Elizabethtown College. Thank you.
deliver in time of storm. And I know that He'll keep you safe from all earthly harm. One day when my weary soul is at rest, I'm going home to be forever blessed. Trust and never doubt, Jesus will surely bring you out. He never failed me yet. I will sing of God's mercy every day, every hour. He gives me power. I will sing and give thanks to Thee for all the dangers, toils, and snares that He has brought me out. He is my God, and I'll serve Him. No matter what the task, trust and never doubt. Jesus will surely bring you out. He never failed me yet. He never failed me. He never failed me yet. He never failed me. He never failed me yet. He never failed me. He never failed me yet. He never failed me. He never failed me yet. Trust and never doubt. Jesus will surely bring you out. He never failed me
Over the last 4 years, I have learned many things, from basic life skills to how to construct a bird suit out of a tablecloth and a bunch of napkins. Perhaps the most important thing I've learned, however, is to walk in humility. Granted, I have never been one to revel in my own achievements. As a musician and future therapist, for example, I never have and never will find perfection in my art. Moreover, as an other-focused individual, I see pride and revelry in personal achievement as something to be set aside for the greater good. This speaks of humility in the traditional sense, relating to humbleness and modesty, the rejection of pride. I have found that humility has more to it than just this. I have found that to walk in humility is to also walk in acceptance. Acceptance of differences, acceptance of disagreements, and acceptance of all that makes us human. The world at large is terrifyingly polarized, and America is no exception. We are not only plagued with international disputes, but also civil ones that are rooted in people's fundamental values and principles. These differences, although frustrating at times, are part of the human condition and should be loved and accepted and respected, not beaten against each other in a battle for rightness. For the last 4 years, we have all been able to exist somewhere that, with little exception, is accepting of these differences and is respecting of all beliefs. I feel we have had an incredible privilege. For when we leave the bastion of Elizabethtown, we may find ourselves in a less accepting environment, and we may have to face these differences, unpleasant as they may be. We may have to accept that our detractors' beliefs are as firmly grounded as our own, and that they may not sway or change even upon reaching a mutual understanding. We may have to accept that coexistence can be difficult, but I believe there is a way. We coexist through humility, my friends. We coexist by having the wisdom to listen and the common sense to step down from our ideological high horses and discuss our beliefs on even ground. To coexist peacefully, we must be willing to understand and respect all perspectives, and to lie down our own opinions and biases in the name of a greater good so that we can work to compromise. To coexist, we must enter a conflict with humility. For without humility, we can never hope to understand that no one point of view is more valid and no one opinion is more important than the rest. To coexist and build peace is to understand and respect one another, and we cannot do this without being open, willing, and humble. So in the real world, when conflicts arise, simply remember the words of the great modern philosopher Kendrick Lamar. Sit down, be humble, for only then can we make peace. Thank you.
We, the Elizabethtown class of 2017, have our whole lives ahead of us, and our graduation from college marks a new chapter in our lives. It is up to us what words we choose to write in this chapter, and we have the opportunity to fill the pages with great purpose and meaning. We should challenge ourselves to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our God. The beauty of the next chapter is that it's blank, and we can fill this next chapter in our lives with great things because we've already begun. E-Town has challenged us to grow as individuals, to push ourselves, to serve others, to step out of our comfort zone, and to succeed in ways we never imagined. This past chapter of our lives that we've written as E-Town students is unique for each one of us. Some of us have studied abroad, had internships, completed research and capstone courses, played sports, gone into the streets to volunteer, overslept for a class, submitted a paper minutes before and hopefully not after the deadline, and eaten too much in the marketplace, and the list goes on. But college is a learning experience, right? We have learned more than we know, and our experiences have taught us more than we can imagine. Our professors have supported us and guided us, and calmed our nerves when we didn't think we could possibly get it done in all 4 years, and I'm speaking from experience here. What's important is how we use everything we've learned in these past 4 years and what we filled our past chapters with and how we're gonna write our next chapter. I'm sure we will learn from our mistakes and never oversleep for work or never cut a deadline too close. So how will we write our next chapter? I challenge you all, class of 2017, myself included, to do justice, love kindness, and walk humbly with our God. The beauty in this is that it will look different for each one of us, but we have the ability, knowledge, and experiences to do such great things. Let's make this chapter of our lives the best one yet. Let's go change the world and use our talents to make it a better place. We all know that there's nowhere quite as friendly and wonderful as E-Town, but we are Blue Jays, so let's go spread our wings and share our kindness, our humility, and our commitment to God, to light and to truth, the Dulux et Veritas of our college seal, wherever we go, through all the chapters in our lives.
Good evening. It was 9 years ago when my brother and I arrived in the United States from Thailand, this time not as tourists, but as students. Our lives changed drastically for the better when we accepted the scholarship at the high school we attended, and then again at Elizabethtown College. We initially struggled to the new culture, education system, and the language, even though we thought we had a good grasp of the language. We exposed ourselves to the challenges, overcame our homesickness, and eventually excelled. The process to where we got today was an arduous one, and one to be thankful for. Some might title my journey as a success story, but I see it as a collaboration of many people providing me the opportunities to have the experience and education in the United States. I ponder as I write this speech on how one determines success. Success in today's society might be based on the amount of money you make, the school you go to, or even the brand of the car you drive. I must admit that as I gain more accomplishments, experience, and milestones in life, I sometimes lose sight of what real-life success means. I remind myself that success is much more than the external qualitative and quantitative accomplishments. What about internal value, ethical and moral success? Are we a better person than we were yesterday or when we first started college? As a society, we are succumbed to walk in the direction deemed by others as good, and essentially we are living life in order to belong in the norms of society. In many ways, being in the United States for half of my life taught me more than just the education itself. It has taught me and helped me reflect on the importance of the greater community, those that are worse off than us, and those that have contributed before and during my time in the United States, just as Elizabethtown has emphasized on the essence of educating for service. Most importantly, I've learned more than ever to stay grounded to virtue and live a humble life. With less than 48 hours left in the United States, it is difficult to describe my feelings on how my time in the country and how the people I met along the way have impacted me. Without my parents and brothers' endless support, love, and vision, I would not have been standing here. Without the kindness and compassion from my high school teachers and staffs, to Elizabethtown College professors and friends, I might not have the chance to call the United States home, and to be thankful for the opportunities many others wish they had as well. As we receive our diploma tomorrow, I urge everyone to continue to strive, along with me, in order to achieve what I call the diploma of life. A diploma that is not based on quantitative metrics or certain social standards, but one that is based on goodwill, good citizenship, most importantly, one that is judged by your own integrity. No matter how successful you become beyond college, remember to succeed in your core values. Never limit yourself to past success, for it is not long-lasting and does not define who you are today. Never forget your roots and where you started, since one's success was contributed by many. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2017.
The class of 2017 has left a lasting impression here at Elizabethtown College through our fundraising efforts, our class unity events, and our very successful class gift campaign. As we prepare to pass on the flame to next year's class, we now invite the officers of the class of 2018 to come forward.
We, the officers of the class of 2017, are about to pass on the mantle of leadership to you, the officers of the class of 2018. We want to remind you that in countless ways, the senior class members shape the climate of the campus and determine the experience that underclassmen will have here at Elizabethtown College. This is an awesome responsibility and not to be taken lightly.
The senior class officers are responsible for taking leadership in shaping a positive environment for intellectual, social, emotional, physical, and spiritual growth on campus. The senior class officers lead the senior class in working to create a campus that truly educates for service and is also an enjoyable place to live for 4 years. If you, the officers of the class of 2018, are willing to accept this responsibility, please say we will.
This large candle that has been burning throughout this service represents the light that the class of 2017 has shown at Elizabethtown College. As we light the candles of the officers, we now officially pass the mantle of leadership to the class of 2018. This large candle also represents the light that the members of the class of 2017 will shed on the world as we end our journey here at Elizabethtown and step into the future. We will now begin the candle lighting ceremony. 4 years ago, at our first year induction, we shared a litany and lit candles in the dell as we said hello to each other and to Elizabethtown College. Tonight, as we prepare to say farewell to our college years, I invite all the members of the class of 2017 to stand as we read together one more time. Would the seniors please join me in reading the senior litany in your program? Over the last 4 years, we, the class of 2017, have shared a journey.
We celebrate the knowledge we have gained from our coursework and the friendships we have made.
Tonight, we stand on the threshold of a new adventure.
As we prepare for a new journey in a world full of both uncertainty and great possibility,
We remember that the college seal calls for Dios lux et veritas, and the college motto is educate for service.
we reaffirm our commitment to God, light, truth, and service.
Throughout our lives, let us continue our quest for knowledge, justice, and truth.
Let us always remember that the light of ages shines unwavering, even in the midst of darkness.
You may be seated. Immediately following the benediction, we invite you to continue the celebration with hopefully more conversation, live music, and food as we begin reflections by the lake. In order to find it, you need to only go out the front door. Will you join me in the benediction? Divine Spirit, you who call us from within, we walk out of this space, awakening to a new day, one of responsibility and freedom, grief and joy, uncertainty and hope. As we go forward to give, to serve, to live out our strengths, may we seek out mercy. May we embody justice. May we walk in humble truth. Eyes toward the future, carried by the love that has sustained us, and living into the hope which further moves us into our best selves with each new step. Amen.